Welcome to issue 48 of CityWest News for June 2012.
Olympic Games in Westminster. Hosting the Olympic Games is an exciting event for London, and we have put plans in place to ensure the smooth running of our services. We are expecting millions of visitors to Westminster this summer and are committed to delivering an excellent service throughout the Olympics, ensuring we meet normal response times for emergency work. Our staff can expect longer journeys to work, and staff levels will be reduced, but we will be keeping all of our estate offices open for business as usual. The repairs service depends on our contractors being able to move between different locations, so we are working with them to complete our preparations to ensure minimal disruption. We will carry out all works that can be brought forward before the Olympics, such as servicing gas boilers, for example. This will free up all available resources to deal with new repairs. We have also asked each contractor to prepare a plan on how they will overcome the congestion to deliver a normal service, including coping with periods of severe gridlock. We are helping by designating secure areas for fully stocked vans to be based throughout the Olympics, in case access to some areas can only be achieved on foot. We will also do our very best to carry out less urgent repairs as quickly as possible. But if the disruption is severe, we may need to postpone non-urgent work until after the main Olympics fortnight. If you do need a repair carried out during the Games, please call the Repairs Call Centre on 0800 358 3783. We will discuss the timescale with you and do everything we can to arrange a convenient appointment. For further information, please contact your local estate office. Key dates: 27th of July to the 12th of August 2012, Olympics. 29th of August to the 9th of September 2012, Paralympics. Olympic sites in Westminster: Horse Guards Parade, Lord's Cricket Ground, the Mall and Hyde Park.
Warwick Hall launch. The newly refurbished Warwick Community Hall on the Warwick Estate in Little Venice is now open for business. To celebrate the opening of Warwick Community Hall, the Little Venice Residents Association funded a fun fair tailored for both children and adults last month. Over 80 children enjoyed a host of activities, including a ballpark, balloon modelling, face painting and entertainment. Downfield Close resident Natasha Mpia, who brought along her 3 children, Isaac 2, Brittany 5 and Tracy 7, said, "We're all very happy. The new hall is very nice, and I'll definitely be hiring it for my children's parties." If you would like to use the Warwick Hall for your event, please contact Debbie Clancy, Consultation and Communication Officer, CityWest Homes, on 020 7245 2354. Or you can email dclancy@cwh.org.uk.
Young people enjoy CityWest Homes' 10th birthday celebrations. At the end of April, young people from Westbourne Park, Bayswater and Queen's Park joined Lord Mayor Susie Burbridge to help CityWest Homes to begin our 10th birthday celebrations. CityWest Homes was set up in April 2002 as an arm's-length management organisation by Westminster City Council. We were delighted that local youngsters from our estates could help us celebrate our 10-year anniversary in style. The youngsters, aged between 10 to 16 years, spent the afternoon enjoying pizza and sharing their ideas for youth club activities, which included a trip to a Westminster Warriors basketball game, a uniform for their estate football team, and summer trips. Henning Riedel, youth club manager, CityWest Homes, said, "The young people were really impressed that the Lord Mayor spent so much time talking to them. They thought that she was easy to talk to." If you'd like to find out what events are taking place in your area, please contact your local estate office.
Note from Mark Hoyland. Due to our recent transfer to a new IT system, there was a delay in generating the new account information. As a result, the half-yearly charge estimates for CityWest Homes leaseholders went out later than planned. I apologise for this, and thank you for your patience during this time. CityWest Homes would like to thank Councillor Susie Burbridge for her support in her time as Lord Mayor. a role she completed in May. Since Susie came into office in 2011, she has supported many community groups and events both on our estates and across Westminster. We'd also like to welcome the new Lord Mayor of Westminster, Councillor Angela Harvey, into her role. Councillor Harvey is a former Cabinet Member for Housing and has much experience with our estates. I hope that you have enjoyed the many Jubilee parties which have taken place across our estates this month. It was fantastic to see so many members of the local community coming together to celebrate. Following the Jubilee, we have our own special event coming up, the 5th Annual Great Communities Day. This year is being held on Saturday the 7th of July, along the canal on the Warwick Estate, Little Venice. There will be plenty of fun activities, live entertainment and prizes for everyone to enjoy. Westminster is now looking ahead to another major event, the 2012 London Olympics. With millions of visitors expected, there will inevitably be disruption. I'm confident, however, that CityWest Homes have put in place contingency plans which will ensure we continue to provide you with a high-quality service. You can hear more about these plans later in this recording. We are working with Westminster City Council to tackle illegal subletting in a variety of ways. We will be doing all we can to continue seeking out tenancy fraud and to take the firmest possible steps against the perpetrators as illegal subletting deprives residents of housing. You can find out more later in this recording. Over the past months, we have also helped our residents during the digital switchover. We installed or upgraded 460 communal aerials on our blocks to prepare and set up a dedicated helpline which took around 6,500 calls. We have received very positive feedback from residents on the help we provided. Finally, I'm thrilled to say we attained the coveted Gold Award from Investors in People. This is the highest level of recognition as an organisation we can receive. Following the success of our customer care activities and area service centres, we will be looking for even more ways to help benefit our residents and improve our service.
Marie Froggatt shortlisted for Housing Heroes. Soho and Covent Garden Estates' Marie Froggatt was recently shortlisted for a UK Housing Heroes Award. These national awards receive a huge number of entries every year and aim to recognise the unsung heroes of the housing world. Marie was nominated for the Inspirational Tenant Resident of the Year category. Last year, when the residents of Dufour's Place were suffering extreme antisocial behaviour from a tenant, Marie bravely stood up for her neighbours. She worked closely with the police and CityWest Homes to give evidence in court in person, resulting in the successful removal of the tenant. It's a fantastic achievement for Marie to be recognised for the work she has done and continues to do in her community.
Tackling illegal sublets. With over 1,000 applicants with priority for rehousing in Westminster, we can't afford for tenants or lessees to illegally sublet their flats for profit. In line with Westminster City Council's housing policy, CityWest Homes is tackling illegal subletting in a variety of ways. In March, the council prosecuted a tenant after he was found to be subletting a council property whilst living with his partner in a property they jointly owned in Crawley, Sussex. The perpetrator was sent to prison for 16 weeks. Over the coming months, we will carry out checks by matching the tenancy details we hold against information from a wide variety of external sources, such as electoral rolls. We will only provide basic tenancy information such as name, address and date of birth. We will then work with our audit department to investigate where results show a property that may be sublet, either because the real tenant has moved away or died. We will use this data to update our records, and any information collected that does not give rise to any queries will be deleted after a period of 1 year. Only people involved in the checks will be able to see the data. Once we start, we will be doing all we can to seek out tenancy fraud and to take the firmest possible steps against anyone who may be unlawfully subletting in a council property. If you suspect a tenant is illegally subletting their property, please call the fraud hotline on 0800 028 9888. For further information on subletting, please visit our website at www.cwh.org.uk/subletting. If you have any queries about subletting, please contact John Locke, Performance and Projects Manager, CityWest Homes, on 020 7245 2094. And here's a case study. A Westminster City Council tenant who sublet her flat for 3 years has pleaded guilty to 2 offences under the Fraud Act 2006. Westminster City Council is now seeking to recover the profit she made. She will be sentenced at the Crown Court shortly. This is a groundbreaking case, as it is the first time a social housing tenant has received this form of sentence.
CityWest Homes successfully evicts the family from hell. A family causing antisocial behaviour has successfully been evicted from their home following 18 months of complaints from residents. The mother and her 3 sons and daughter were evicted following numerous complaints from residents. The majority of the reports related to drug taking and dealing, late-night noise and fights, and congregating in large groups in the communal areas of several blocks across North Westminster. Their behaviour caused alarm, harassment and distress to both residents and the wider community. We continue to work with the family through the Family Intervention Project, delivered through partnership with Children's Services, to help resolve the antisocial behaviour. But as the issue continued, CityWest Homes recorded incidents, gathered evidence and interviewed residents. We then referred the matter to the County Court. The judge ruled in favour of Westminster and the family agreed to the court terms and conditions. Once the order had been issued, the family were evicted from the property. Joint working in this case has been a huge part of our success and demonstrates that we will not tolerate illegal or antisocial behaviour. We will continue to take firm action if either is reported to us. If you would like to report antisocial behaviour in your area, please contact your local estate office. Your query will be treated confidentially and the office will aim to respond within 20 minutes if the problem is going on at the time you call. If your query is outside of office hours, please contact our call centre, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on 020 7540 9895.
View from City Hall by Councillor Jonathan Glantz. He writes, "It is an exciting summer ahead for Westminster, with the recent Diamond Jubilee celebrations and the Olympic Games arriving on our doorsteps. I hope that residents enjoy this unique time in London and get involved in the community events which will be taking place. The Council has recently won a landmark case against social housing tenancy fraud, and another case is currently in the courts. Over 1,000 families remain on our housing lists, waiting to be allocated a home, while a tiny minority of tenants are making a quick profit by renting out their homes. Renting out a council home is an illegal activity and will not be tolerated. It is unfair to existing tenants, and it prevents those most in need from their chance to have a home. We are continuing to consult and involve residents in our housing renewal plans. The proposals will see the significant improvement of homes and neighbourhoods across the city and help provide over 1,000 new homes as we look to make Westminster a better place to live for everyone. In Church Street, local residents are working with the council to shape and design their new homes. Residents in Tollgate Gardens will soon be involved in the selection of new architects for their area. The latest period of consultation has finished on Ebury Estate and will be coming back to residents shortly with news of the next steps. The council is continuing to put together proposals for the regeneration of Westbourne Green and will be holding an exhibition of the plans in the coming months. Residents may also be thinking of applying for the government's Right to Buy scheme, which gives residents the opportunity to buy their own home. The scheme supports hard-working households into home ownership, and the proceeds of each property will be reinvested to provide another much-needed affordable home in Westminster. Welfare reform. What you need to know.
The government's changes to the welfare benefit system are likely to affect everyone of working age who currently receives state benefits. Over the next year, we will provide information on the main changes for tenants receiving housing benefit to help them to prepare for the changes which are due to take effect from April 2013. The under-occupation cap and benefit cap. Under-occupation cap. From April 2013, the government proposes to reduce housing benefit for working-age social housing tenants if their home is bigger than their family requires. This will bring council tenants in line with private sector tenants, where this rule has been in effect for some time. Working-age tenants who have one spare room will have their housing benefit cut by 14%. On average, this means a cut of about £16 per week. Working-age tenants with 2 spare rooms or more will have their housing benefit cut by 25%, which is on average £35 per week. This summer, we will write to CityWest Homes tenants who we believe may be affected by the cap. If you receive housing benefit and the number of people you live with changes, it is important that you tell housing benefit on 0800 072 0042 so they can update your benefit allowance. If you are thinking of moving to a smaller home, Westminster City Council runs a cash incentive scheme which offers a payment to the tenant who does this. If you want to find out more, please contact Steve Payne, Cash Incentive Officer, Housing Options Service, on 020 7641 1000. There is also a national scheme to help tenants exchange homes, called Home Swapper. This is a free service for social tenants in rented property, which enables you to make contact with other tenants who wish to move throughout the UK. You can register for Home Swapper at www.homeswapper.co.uk or by contacting your local estate office. You can also get advice on the type of accommodation you can exchange to moving to a smaller property and information on budgeting. Benefit cap. From April 2013, the government proposes a benefit cap to limit the amount of money a working-age household can receive in benefits. This is to ensure that workless working-age households no longer receive more in benefits than the average earnings of working households. It is likely that £500 per week will be the maximum couples and single parents can receive in benefits, and £350 per week is the maximum single adults can receive. Under the changes, tenants who receive more than these amounts in benefits may have their housing benefit cut to bring their total entitlement in line with the cap. Who will not be affected by the benefit cap? Older people and tenants receiving the following benefits will not be affected by the cap: working tax credit, disability living allowance, personal independence payment from April 2013, attendance allowance, the support component of employment and support allowance, industrial injuries benefits, or war widows and war widowers pension. The Department of Work and Pensions, DWP, wrote to existing claimants who might be affected by the cap at the beginning of May 2012. They have also set up a hotline to provide general information about the benefit cap and the support claimants may be entitled to. If you have received a letter from the DWP and want to call the hotline, please ensure you have the details to hand of how much you receive in benefits so that they are able to advise you fully. You can contact the DWP helpline on 0845 605 7064 or text phone 0845 608 8551 for people with hearing or speech impairments. The helpline is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Superstar on St John's Wood Estate. The beauty of St John's Wood has not been lost on some of the biggest names in media and show business. At the beginning of May, Harry Potter star Emma Watson was at Barton Way and Aquila Street Estates, posing for a photo shoot for the New York Times. Earlier this year, French Vogue had models posing in front of the Victorian features of the estate. British Vogue had paved the way, using the same location in 2010. Nick Richards, head of CityWest Direct's central team, said, We receive a lot of requests for photo and film shoots in the area because St John's Wood has lovely architectural features that suit Victorian-style photographs. The magazines have always donated money to the area, which we then use to fund outings and events for residents. It's a good way of publicising the estate, requires minimum effort and usually little inconvenience.
Digital switchover a success. We're pleased that the transition from television analogue to digital during the UK's digital switchover for our residents was a success. To prepare, we installed or upgraded communal aerials on many of our blocks, then ran a campaign informing residents what they could do to get help. We also teamed up with our contractor SCS Limited to set up a dedicated free phone service so that residents could receive personal assistance throughout the switchover. The call centre took approximately 6,500 calls, and as expected, the majority of calls related to retuning issues. In many cases where a home visit was required, the contractors visited on the same day as the call. A great number of vulnerable residents living in community-supported housing schemes required a home visit to help them with retuning. A dedicated mobile team was set up to help them. We received some very positive feedback from the service. Damien Moynihan, Westminster Council's Housing with Care Services Manager, said, "Thank you for all your hard work in assisting our vulnerable elderly residents with the digital switchover. As you can imagine, our residents were really worried that they would be without their favourite television programmes, and for many that would have been disastrous. But thanks to you and your fantastic team, the switchover went ahead without a hitch." The scheme managers were also impressed by the professionalism, kindness and patience the whole team showed to our residents. There are still a number of properties where we haven't been able to fit aerial cabling. If you have had a letter to make an appointment so we can gain access, please do contact your local estate office so we can arrange this.
Biryani Bake-Off in Church Street. The bewitching smells of India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, with a hint of Morocco, filled the air in Church Street with the community's first biryani bake-off. 10 contestants competed with their best biryani in a Great British Bake-Off style event. The biryani ranged from traditional vegetarian and chicken dishes to seafood and, unusually, a Moroccan tagine made into a paella by chefs from Church Street's Moroccan Fish Fan. Organised by CityWest Homes and the Malaband Bangladesh Society, the aim of the bake-off was to strengthen ties with different groups in the local community. Church Street is one of the most diverse communities in Westminster. Kate Donovan, Operations Manager, CityWest Homes, said, "It's a great way for the community to come together and celebrate a dish that is popular in lots of different countries. I think the variety of the dish represents the diversity of cultures in Church Street." Winners on the day were Farhana Parvin Posi, first, Nufar Chowdhury, second, and Raushan Kalam, third.
Westminster's oldest TMO comes back to CityWest Homes. Soho's Martlet Court Cooperative took a vote at an extraordinary general meeting on the 18th of April to hand back the management of their block to CityWest Homes. The members voted for the Housing Management Service to come back, 16 votes for and 2 votes against. In 1991, Martlet Court became the first tenant management organisation to be established in Westminster. Since then, the co-op has made significant improvements to the quality of the buildings and the day-to-day lives of residents. Over the next 3 months, we will be working with the Management Committee to ensure a seamless transfer of housing management responsibilities. If you have any queries regarding this, please contact Mervyn Thomason, TMO Manager, CityWest Homes, on 020 7245 2348.
Green Guide. An urban corner blooms. With the British summer underway, our communal garden areas are really starting to bloom. Tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city on Kemp House and Dufour's Place in Soho and Covent Garden, our roof gardens have been bursting into life.
Gardener's Corner with Alison Weller. Buy small, grow big. If you want to try growing something this year, you may find some small but beautiful plants and containers in the garden centres. Growers are producing a new range of compact and small-fruited patio vegetables, which are a fantastic choice for urban dwellers. While small, these will give you a good crop and use less space on your balcony or small garden. They're ideal for growing outside in pots, provided the pots are at least 30 centimetres, that's 12 inches, in size. The best suited plants for small crops are dwarf and trailing tomatoes, dwarf and compact root crops such as carrots and onions, cucumbers, chilies, sweet peppers and aubergine. In larger containers, you can grow crops such as beans, courgettes and squashes. There are a variety of containers you could use, such as plasticized fabric containers, hanging baskets, window boxes, or recycled containers such as olive oil cans, providing you put drainage holes in the bottom. You could also use grow bags and flexible plasticized fabric troughs. To ensure you get the best crop, feed the fruit and vegetables every week and check each day to see if they need watering. The following websites have plenty of ideas on the range of fruit and vegetables you could grow. DT Brown on www.dtbrownseeds.co.uk, Dobies on www.dobies.co.uk, Mr. Fothergills on www.mr-fothergills.co.uk, Marshall on www.marshalls-seeds.co.uk, Suttons on www.suttons.co.uk, Thompson and Morgan on www.thompson-morgan.com, and Unwins on www.unwins.co.uk. Please remember that when using any kind of container or hanging basket on your balcony, always ensure that they are securely tied and that there's no risk of them falling and injuring passers-by below.
As this will be Alison's last column, we would like to thank Alison for all her contributions over the past 2 years. If you are a keen gardener and would like to contribute to the Green Guide or have your own green column, please contact the Corporate Communications team on 020 7245 2540.
Tweeting live from the front line as we leap into action. With nearly 600 followers and counting, CityWest Homes has been using Twitter and Facebook to reach out to residents. That's why we ran our first ever Day in the Life Twitter event in March, where we followed housing manager Repa Khan on the Soho and Covent Garden estate. Following the success of this event, we had another Day in the Life on the 18th of May 2012. This time we followed our CityWest Homes handyperson team. Made up of 4 members, the team carry out a variety of indoor and outdoor work, including painting, carpentry and plumbing. Since the team was formed over a year ago, they have had a hugely positive impact, and on the 18th of May they helped several residents and CityWest Home staff to leap into action. The team rolled up their sleeves to create a new children's garden corner in Walden House, Pimlico. Local residents lent a hand by purchasing and planting seeds such as strawberries, blackberries, herbs and chilies. Children in the area will now be able to look after and grow their own produce, learning firsthand how to create a greener environment in the heart of the city. Walden House resident Angelika Sugonayeva has been helping with the project. She said, "We wanted to do this because we love flowers and wanted to get children involved. This garden will give them something to look after and help them learn about being green." CityWest Homes will be running another Day in the Life Twitter event in July 2012. Follow us on Twitter at CityWest Homes to find out more.
Help the drought and use water wisely. Did you know that Thames Water offer all of their customers a selection of free water-saving devices? It's well worth checking out their website at www.thameswater-savemoney.co.uk/index.php/freepack to find out more. Not only will you save water, but some of them, like the showerhead or kitchen tap adapter, will also help reduce your energy bills by reducing the amount of hot water you use.
A royal get-together. Over the weekend of the 2nd to the 5th of June 2012, the UK celebrated the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. The event marked 60 years of the Queen's reign, and Westminster was at the heart of the action, with Buckingham Palace on its doorstep. Many of our estates got involved by holding street parties and activities which brought together hundreds of residents across the community.
Getting around during the Games. Olympic Games in Westminster continued. During the Olympic Games and Paralympic Games, Constitution Hill, Birdcage Walk and Horse Guards Road will be closed to vehicles. Pedestrians and cyclists will still be able to use these roads, except on road event days, when they will be closed to cyclists. West Carriage Drive will be closed to traffic from the 1st of August to the 15th of August. The area around St James's Park will be one of the busiest during the Games, as it will host road race events and the beach volleyball competition. From the 18th of June, access to areas of St James's Park and the Mall will be restricted, so the London 2012 Organising Committee, LOCOG, can build the 15,000-seat beach volleyball arena on Horse Guards Parade and a 6,000-seat grandstand on the Mall. Access will be reinstated by the end of September. For further information on the Olympics, please visit www.london2012.com.
Westminster's event timetable. Torch Relay, Central London, 26th of July.
Archery, Lord's Cricket Ground, 27th of July to the 3rd of August.
Beach Volleyball, Horse Guards Parade, 28th of July to the 9th of August.
Cycle Road Race starts and finishes on the Mall, 28th and 29th of July.
Triathlon, Hyde Park, Green Park and Queen Victoria Memorial, 4th and 7th of August.
Marathon Swim, Hyde Park, 9th and 10th of August.
Marathons, start and finish on the Mall, 5th and 12th of August, Olympics.
And the 9th of September, Paralympics.
Ask Rebecca. Hello, I'm Rebecca Mason from the Service Improvement Team. The questions featured in Ask Rebecca are not all real, but are based on genuine enquiries from residents over the last 3 months. If you have a question, please contact the Service Improvement Team, CityWest Homes at serviceimprovementteam@cwh.org.uk or 020 7245 2060.
I'm a lessee, and following recent heavy rainfall, water has leaked into my bedroom. How can I make a claim for the damage that has been caused?
You will need to make a claim on the lessee's building insurance for any structural damage caused to your home. There has been a change to our lessee buildings insurance cover, and you no longer have to submit a claim form. Instead, you will need to contact our insurance provider, Acaso's Claims Department, on 0844 856 2032 within 90 days of the incident. A claims advisor will register your claim over the phone and will complete a statement of claim with you. Once the information has been collected, they will check that cover is available. They will then issue you with a copy of the statement of claim for you to sign and return to them, and may ask you to send further information. Once returned, they will assess your claim and advise you of the outcome. If there has been any damage to your personal belongings, you will need to make a claim on your own home contents insurance.
I'm a tenant, so every time I have a repair carried out in my home, I get sent a survey, which I always complete and return. What does CityWest Homes do with the surveys?
All of the comments on the surveys are read and analysed and used to help us identify which areas of our repair service we could improve. We then work with our contractors to address any concerns that have been raised. All surveys are also entered into a prize draw, which we run every quarter, with the chance of winning £50 worth of High Street vouchers.
I'm a tenant and have many possessions, including a bike, a pram, some paintings and photographs. I've now rented a shed to store all of these things. However, I do have some concerns that they may get damaged. If this were to happen, what would I do?
We would recommend that you do not store any valuable goods in your shed. If your belongings were damaged, you will need to make a claim on your home contents insurance, so we recommend that you check whether items in the shed are covered by your insurance policy.
Join the Lynbrooks Modern Apprenticeship Scheme. Lynbrooks Services Limited, in partnership with CityWest Homes, is recruiting for 2 conscientious and motivated individuals to join their apprenticeship drive for September 2012. Are you interested in an apprenticeship within the plumbing, carpentry or plastering trades? Are you attending college, or will you be attending in the next school term? Would you like the opportunity to gain work experience and training within the City of Westminster whilst working for a prestigious company? Then apply now by sending a personal profile or CV to recruitment@lynbrooks.co.uk. Please ensure you use the email subject heading of FAO-MW-CWH, Apprenticeship Scheme, or via post to CityWest Homes Apprenticeship Scheme, Lynbrooks Services Limited, Queen's Park Distribution Centre, Chamberlain Road, London, NW10 3NB. All applications must be received by the closing date of Friday the 20th of July 2012. Please note that applicants must live within the City of Westminster. Other requirements are a minimum prediction or achievement of Grade C in both Maths and English, and/or successful application to an NVQ level of training in plumbing, carpentry or plastering trades. Interviews will be carried out prior to selection.
Make a housing move in London. The Greater London Authority has launched a new scheme called Housing Moves, which enables social housing tenants to move between London boroughs. Priority is given to households who have more bedrooms in their current home than they need. Consideration will also be given to applicants who wish to move to be closer to employment, higher education, or to provide care to family members or friends. To be eligible to join the scheme, you must be a current tenant of a participating London borough or housing association with an assured or a secure tenancy. Be the person named on the tenancy agreement. Not be subject to a notice of seeking possession or a notice to quit. Have a clear rent account and no ongoing record of antisocial behaviour. And ensure the whole household is included in the application if it is a joint tenancy. If you require more information or wish to register for the scheme, you will need to complete an online registration form, which can be found at www.homeconnections.org.uk, selecting Housing Moves, or contact John Locke, Performance and Projects Manager, on 020 7245 2094, or email jlocke@cwh.org.uk. For more information on the scheme, please visit www.housingmoves.org.
Solar panels ready to power Westminster. The CityWest Homes solar panel project, to fit almost £1.3 million worth of installations, has been completed just in time to catch the summer rays. CityWest Homes and our building services contractors, Enterprise Managed Services, installed 2,022 new photovoltaic PV panels on 49 blocks citywide. The solar PV panels will help residents save money by feeding electricity to the building's communal areas during the day. This means using daylight to power lights, lifts, alarms and door entry systems. It is expected to save residents in these blocks an estimated £600,000 off their service charge bills over the next 25 years. David Harrison, Director of Property and Development, CityWest Homes, comments, "This project is an exciting step for CityWest Homes. Using the latest in sustainable technology, we can really help our residents to save money and energy at home. In the long-term future, we hope to install more innovative solutions like this to tackle fuel poverty and provide our residents with homes which are cost-effective, comfortable and sustainable." The solar PV panels are expected to produce approximately 9 million kilowatts of electricity. This is enough to power a 50-inch plasma television non-stop for 3,000 years. They will also reduce carbon dioxide, CO2 emissions by approximately 4,500 tonnes. This is an extremely positive outcome, as the panels will help to meet Westminster City Council's carbon reduction targets in London to reduce CO2 over the coming years. As part of the Renewable Energies Service concession between CityWest Homes and Enterprise Managed Services, we will continue to explore the possibility of further solar panel installations during 2012, as well as many other energy-saving initiatives such as LED lighting and communal heat and power. If you would like further information on solar panels and how they work, visit the Energy Saving Trust at www.energysavingtrust.org.uk.
Be barbecue safe. In April 2012, leading insurer and pollsters OnePoll interviewed 2,000 people about their barbecue habits and found that, as a result of drunken barbecue incidents, 115 people, 5.75% of the total, had caused fire damage, costing an average of more than £412 each. Accidents can happen, and with the barbecue season now underway, the London Fire Brigade is issuing advice on how to keep fire safe. Gas barbecues constitute a high risk of fire, which is why CityWest Homes does not permit the use or storage of gas-fueled barbecues or contained barbecue gases within any of our properties. Residents are permitted to utilise charcoal and other solid-fueled barbecues in their own private gardens, but not in communal spaces. Barbecue safety. Whether you're in the garden or out camping, follow these simple tips to barbecue safely and avoid injuries or damage to property from fire. Make sure your barbecue site is flat and away from fences, trees and sheds. Keep a bucket of water or a garden hose nearby in case of fire. Use only enough charcoal to cover the base of the barbecue to a depth of about 5 centimetres, 2 inches. Never use petrol or paraffin to start or revive your barbecue. Use only barbecue firelighters or starter fuel on cold coals. Keep children and pets away from the cooking area. Don't leave the barbecue unattended. After cooking, ensure the barbecue is cool before trying to move it. And empty ashes onto bare soil in your garden, not into a bin, as they could still ignite.
Be repair aware. Over the past year, our repairs call centre has taken over 137,000 calls for repairs. But if you are a tenant, did you know that there are some repairs that you are responsible for? The following list shows some of the things you are responsible for: cupboard catches, hinges, knobs and handles; light bulbs, fluorescent tubes and starters; curtain rails, replacing broken glass in internal doors and windows; window locks and catches unless specialist; internal doors unless fire doors; doorbells unless part of a communal door entry system; getting extra keys and fobs cut; replacement plugs to sinks, basins and baths; blockages to sink wastes and toilets caused by misuse; toilet seats, garden sheds, fireplace surrounds, any extra items that were left with your permission at the beginning of your tenancy, and maintenance and repair of any additional fittings that you provide. You will find more information about your responsibilities as a tenant and what we can help you with in your tenant handbook. The latest version is available from your estate office or in the leaflet rack on our website www.cwh.org.uk/leaflet-rack.
Communal cold water service checks. Our contractor Hertel will be carrying out cold water checks from March 2012 to September 2012. This is to ensure that the water is at a safe temperature and the tanks haven't been disrupted. If a caller asks to access to your property, please ask for identification. All Hertel personnel carry ID. If you are unsure about the person asking for access, please do not let them in and contact your local estate office. And time for a gas safety check. If you are a Westminster City Council tenant, our contractor RG Francis will write to you with an appointment approximately 10 weeks before your next gas safety check is due. It is a legal requirement that the gas pipes and gas appliances in your home are tested on an annual basis. If the appointment offered is not convenient, please call the contractor using the free phone number stated in the appointment letter to arrange a different time.
Changes to the Right to Buy scheme. Buying a home can be an expensive and challenging decision, especially given the current economic climate. As a result, the government have announced changes to the Right to Buy scheme. Under the changes, tenants who wish to purchase a house can now get a 35% discount on the house price as long as they have lived at that property for 5 years. There will also be an extra 1% discount for each additional year they have lived there. Tenants who wish to purchase a flat will get 50% off the price as long as they have lived in that flat for 5 years. There will also be an additional discount of 2% for each extra year they have lived there. These are fantastic savings. However, there is a cap on the total amount tenants can save on their house or flat of £75,000. Here are some vital things you should take into account if you would like to apply for the Right to Buy scheme. You may need to get a loan or mortgage to purchase your home. A loan or mortgage will mean you are committed to regular repayment and will be responsible for all the maintenance costs of your home, including routine and major structural repairs. If you are unable to keep up your repayment, you may lose your home. By buying your flat, you become a leaseholder. This means that as well as paying service charges each year for repairs, maintenance, building insurance, etc., on average £1,030 for a 2-bedroom unit, you will have to meet the costs of major repairs and refurbishment works to your block. The cost of these will vary depending on the work undertaken, but may be as little as £250 or as much as £10,000 or more. You will receive an estimated bill 6 to 8 weeks after the works have started. When you are sent your final bill, you will have 21 days to pay the amount unless you have agreed to pay monthly instalments. Please be aware that if you own your home, then you may not be entitled to any housing benefit to help with your mortgage costs. You may be entitled to income support, but this is not usually payable until 13 weeks after your first claim. Which benefits you may be entitled to will depend on individual circumstances. So please visit www.direct.gov.uk/en/money, tax and benefits to find out more. For further information or to apply for the Right to Buy scheme, please contact our Lessees Services team on 020 7245 2106 or email lesseefrontline@cwh.org.uk. Alternatively, visit www.direct.gov.uk/right-to-buy for further information.
Great Neighbour Award 2012. Do you have a neighbour that goes out of their way to help others? Does your neighbour play an active role in creating a good community spirit? Do they encourage and support relationships between resident groups, CityWest homes and other organisations in your local area? If you know someone who fits these descriptions, nominate them today for our Great Neighbour Award 2012. We want residents who work hard to enhance the lives of others to get the recognition they deserve and need you to help us achieve this. The winners will receive £300 for first prize, £100 for second prize and £100 for third prize. Winners will be announced in this year's Great Communities Day on the 7th of July 2012. Deadline to submit nominations is the 29th of June 2012. For more information and to request a nomination form, please contact Rebecca Marshall, Communication and Consultation Coordinator, CityWest Homes, on 020 7245 2352 or email rmarshall@cwh.org.uk.
CityWest Homes Residential. £100 off your CityWest Homes service charge. If you use CityWest Homes Residential to let your property, or can recommend an organisation to us that uses us to let their property, we will pay £100 towards your CityWest Homes service charge. To find out more, please contact CityWest Homes Residential on lettings@cwhr.org.uk or phone 020 7245 2222. Please note, you must be a CityWest Homes leaseholder to be eligible.
Westminster Children First. Story Lab. Step into Story Lab and you're off on an imaginative adventure that knows no bounds. The brainchild of Prof Cortex, the Story Lab's onboard computer, Story Lab is a 5-sided high-tech HQ that attracts stories from all over the world and sends them spinning throughout the city and beyond. Here you can read, collect, share, create, transmit and broadcast stories. Story Lab is this year's Summer Reading Challenge. Encourage your children to read 6 books of their choice over the summer holidays, and they'll win stickers and rewards along the way, and a certificate and medal if they complete the challenge. We're also looking for young people, aged 15 plus, to be volunteer mentors on the scheme, encouraging children in their reading and giving out rewards. To find out how you can volunteer or get your kids involved, pop into your local library or visit www.westminster.gov.uk/services/libraries/children.
Healthy Start vitamins in children's centres. Pregnant women, women with a baby under 1 year old, and children aged 6 months to 4 years old on Healthy Start can apply to receive green Healthy Start vitamin coupons. These will be sent to you with your Healthy Start vouchers every 8 weeks. Vitamins are available at all Westminster NHS children's centres and some NHS health centres. You can also buy them for a subsidised cost. Extra vitamins are important for mums-to-be, new mums and young children. Apply for your vouchers here. www.healthy-start.nhs.uk/healthy-start-vouchers/how-to-apply.
Get Dancing. Big Dance Week. Performances and events will take place across the UK from the 7th to the 15th of July, including the Big Dance Bus in Covent Garden Piazza on the 10th of July from 12 midday to 4 p.m. You can learn the moves for the big street dance performance on the 14th of July with dance instructors from Jubilee Hall and enjoy performances from professional dancers and local dance groups. Visit bigdance2012.com to find out more.
Parent Partnership. Are you the parent of a child with special educational needs? If so, we can help. The Council's Parent Partnership Officer is here to help you understand the services available and give you valuable, impartial advice and information for you and your child. Find out more at www.westminster.gov.uk/parent-partnership. To subscribe to Children First and get a free copy of the magazine delivered to your door 3 times per year, simply email your name and address to childrenfirst@westminster.gov.uk. And for more news and information for parents and carers of children aged 0 to 19 in Westminster, visit www.westminster.gov.uk/childrenfirst or email childrenfirst@westminster.gov.uk to sign up for our magazine.
Congratulations to Jenny Grimshaw from Marylebone Estate, who entered our March competition. Jenny has won a £20 shopping voucher.
Follow us online. With nearly 600 followers and counting, we've been using our Twitter and Facebook to reach out to our residents. We have used social media to give resident safety advice, post the latest news, and to run a Day in the Life event, where we tweet live on the day as we follow a member of our team on the front line. Follow us on Twitter, @CityWestHomes, and Facebook at CityWest Homes to find out what it's like to work, live and play in the community of one of London's most diverse boroughs. We hope to see you there.
Former Olympian launches new pitches on Lisson Green. More than 80 children joined London Marathon co-founder and former British Olympian John Disley to celebrate the official opening of the new community sports pitches at Lisson Green Estate in Marylebone. Funded by CityWest Homes and London Marathon Trust, Lisson Green's well-used basketball and football pitches have been resurfaced and had new floodlights and fences installed. In addition, tennis facilities have been set up. Banque Nationale Populaire Paribas UK also contributed towards the work. Achim von Malotki, Lisson Green Residents Association member, said, "I'm delighted to see the brand new sports pitches on Lisson Green. We've taken residents' interests on board to allow for maximum use of the pitches by local people. I'm confident the right balance has been struck between users and residents living nearby." Children from surrounding estates and the London Tigers Football Club celebrated the reopening of the pitches with a football tournament, games and giveaways. John Disley, CBE, has been recognised for developing both people and sport, and said he was very pleased to see the results of his organisation's funding. As a highly successful competitor in athletics, John set Welsh records at 6 distances, and set British records 4 times over the old distance of 2 miles and 5 times for the 3,000-metre steeplechase. It was in the latter event that he won the bronze medal in the 1952 Olympic Games in Helsinki. John and his lifelong friend Chris Brasher co-founded the London Marathon Trust, with the first race taking place in March 1981. This has become an iconic event in world sport and is a major source of charitable fundraising. Starting with 6,500 runners 28 years ago, the race now boasts over 35,000 runners and has raised approximately £200 million since it first began. The event ended with a 5-a-side game between the coaches of London Tigers and staff from the CityWest Homes Central Area team. The CityWest team battled bravely but were overcome by the speed of the Tigers, going down 4-0 at full time. The refurbishment cost £112,000 and took 2.5 months to complete. London Tigers will be coaching local young people on the football pitch every weekday evening. Local residents interested in booking the pitches should contact Mo Islam, Housing Manager, Lisson Green Estate Office, on 020 7245 2807 or email mislam@cwh.org.uk.
Westminster Summer Events. There are lots of free or low-cost activities going on across Westminster this summer. Try a new activity, meet new people and enjoy a summer of fun. Look out for our listings brochure Summer in the City, available from schools, libraries, youth clubs and children's centres from June, to find out more. There's West End Live, from the 23rd to the 24th of June. Casts from London's world-famous musicals will take to the stage and perform for the crowds at London's Free Entertainment Festival. It's in Trafalgar Square, WC2N5DN. The website is westendlive.co.uk. The cost is free. The nearest tube is at Charing Cross. There's wheelchair access.
WECH Summer Festival, 9th of July from 1 to 5 p.m. for all ages. Come along for an afternoon of sport, competitions, food and other activities. The venue is Tamplin Mews Gardens, corner of Warlock Road and Chippenham Road, W9. Telephone 020 7266 3347, and it's free. The nearest tubes are Westbourne Park and Royal Oak.
Tate Collective, Oxymoron, 13th of July from 6 to 9 p.m. It's for all ages. Come and enjoy an evening of music, art and film inspired by the Damien Hirst exhibition. Venue is Tate Modern, Bankside, SE1 9TG. Phone 020 7887 8888. Website www.tate.org.uk. It's free. The nearest tube is Mansion House with wheelchair access.
Carnival launch, 21st of July at 2 p.m. It's for all ages. Children under 10 must be supervised. A great day out. Come and see the Paddington Arts LMU Carnival costume designs. The venue is Paddington Arts, 32 Woodfield Road, W9 2BE. Telephone 020 7286 2722. Website paddingtonarts.org.uk. And it's free.
Great Communities Day 2012. Saturday, 7th of July from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Celebrating 10 years of CityWest homes. There's live entertainment, fairground rides, food and drink, giveaways, Jungle Jane, the Bubble Bus, competitions, free massages, other fun activities, and an over-60s tea dance. It's at the Canal Side, Warwick Estate, Little Venice, W25HG. For further information, please contact the Resident Relations Team, CityWest Homes, on 020 7245 2900 or email residentrelations@cwh.org.uk.
And that brings us to the end of CityWest News for June 2012. CityWest News is produced by CityWest Homes' corporate communications team. While every care is taken with submitted material, no responsibility can be taken for material lost or damaged. The views expressed in CityWest News do not necessarily reflect official CityWest Homes or Westminster City Council policy. For more information, call our communications team on 020 7245 2542 or email info@cwh.org.uk. Goodbye and thank you for listening.